What that looks like, I don't know. We'll find out as we go. But let's start. We'll start standing up. And let's start in our mountain pose first. And just take a few moments to kind of, I know what I was going to talk about. Okay, so like when I can't fall asleep at night, that's usually when I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? So I talk about interoception and proprioception. The word for today is discernment. So interoception is looking within, noticing. So you guys are doing mountain pose and breathing while I'm talking. Looking in, noticing what's happening with the body, noticing what's going on with the mind, emotional check-in. Proprioception is where we are in space. That has to do with your balance and posture and a couple of your senses, not all of them maybe, but at least 3. And now we're going to talk about discernment. So I'm doing some work with chronic pain. And one of the things that we look at is instead of calling it pain management, they've switched to pain care. They're getting away from the idea that pain is not changeable, because it does change. It can reduce, it can increase, it can go away. But if you only call it management, then you're saying it doesn't change. So the idea is that we can discern what we're feeling. So if this hurts, is it a bad hurt? Is it good hurt? Is it pain? Is it sensation? So that's what you're going to look at today and other times too, not just today. So, all right, so let's start moving. We're going to come into cat and cow standing. So feet are probably hip width distance apart. They can be wider if your balance is. So let's start. We're going to exhale, bend the knees, drop the chin, and round forward with the shoulders. On the inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale back. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. So this next one, notice as you inhale where the breath is going. Exhale. As you exhale, relax the muscles of the upper back. Inhale, feel the feet rooting. Exhale back. So each time you take a breath, notice what is happening in the body. Excellent. All right, a couple more. Going nice and slow. Feeling the body warm up on this beautiful, cloudy, rainy day. Just keep thinking, how much snow would this be if it was snowing instead of raining? All right, and then when you're ready, come back to neutral. Take a moment, check in with the breath, see if it's changed. It's okay if it has. All right, feet can be a little wider. We're gonna do our laterals. So you can have your one hand on the hip or down by your side. We're gonna inhale, bring this arm up. Exhale, bring it back. So starting off with smaller movements, and as the body warms up, you can increase your range of motion. So the other thing I learned with the looking at pain is I usually say, if it hurts, don't do it. So I'm going to attempt to relearn that habit. And you can use your discernment to decide if it's something you want to do or not. So it doesn't have, you don't have to stop, but just think, is this going to feel better later? Or maybe not. All right, let's do one more time each side or finish off evenly. Excellent. All right, take a moment, come back to neutral. And then we're going to come into our twist. So feet are a little bit wider if you'd like. And inhale, lift. Feel that lengthening first, and then exhale into your twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, second side. Beautiful. And let's do one more time each side. And then back to center and release the arms. All right, let's find that mountain pose again. And we want to notice what's changed. What kind of tension are you feeling? What kind of tension have you released? We've kind of just been working upper body for the most part. And then coming back. All right, let's start with, let's do warrior one, then we'll do some balance poses. So we're going to turn one foot out, step the other foot forward. And before you do any moving, let's lift up the toes. Feel the ball of the foot into the earth. And then set the toes back down. If you can, maybe lift the arch, the inner arch. And then lift the outer arch. And then relax the foot. Now we're going to move the knee. So we're going to inhale, straight leg, exhale, bend. So we're aiming for that second and third toe, if possible. Excellent. And one more. Nice. And then we're going to push off, step back, turn that foot out, step the other foot forward. And let's get into that foot again. First, lift the toes. Feel the ball of the foot into the earth. Spread the toes and then set them back down, lifting the inner arch. And then lift the outer arch. And then when you're ready, let's do some moving. So we're going to inhale, straight leg, exhale, bend. And again, aiming for that second and third toe. Excellent. All right, push off, step back. And then let's add, before we add the arms, let's open up the shoulders a little bit here. So feet can be nice and wide. You're going to bring the arms out to a T, palms face down. On the inhale, we're going to point the thumb up towards the ceiling and then towards the back wall. And then exhale, bring the palm back down and then thumb towards the floor. And then maybe that thumb goes towards the back wall. Maybe not, and that's okay. And then just rotate using the thumb as your marker. Excellent. All right, back to neutral and then release the arms. All right, let's go. We're gonna do 3 rounds of the 3 options. You can do all of the same if you want, or you can follow along. So hands to heart, cactus arms, and then arms straight up. If shoulders hurt and this one works, or that one works, or that one works, whichever one you want to do. All right, so we'll step that first foot forward. All right, here we go. So we're going to inhale, bend that front knee, hands to heart. Exhale back. Inhale, cactus arms. Oops. Exhale back. Inhale, arms straight up. Exhale back. Second time, hands to heart. And cactus arms. And arms straight up. Excellent. One last time, hands to heart. And cactus arms. And arms straight. Excellent. All right. Push off, step back. We'll do the other side. All right, ready? Here we go. So we're going to inhale, hands to heart. Bend that front knee. Exhale back. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale back. Inhale, arms straight up. Exhale back. Again, hands to heart. And cactus arms. And arms straight up. Excellent. One more round. Hands to heart. Nice and slow. And cactus arms. And arms straight up. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Push up. Step back. All right. Balance pose. Let's start with a fabulous tree pose here. So if you have a chair and you want to use your chair, you can do that, or the wall if you want. All right, so starting off with deciding which foot you want to keep rooted. And then we're going to bring the heel of the opposite foot above the ankle. Hands at the heart. And then we're going to grow our branches. So lately I've been doing the pointer finger up. You do arms straight up, out and a Y, straight out. You can move them. Or you can just find whatever's comfortable and hold that. If you have your balance and you want, you can bring your foot up higher. Just don't want to be pushing on the knee. You can keep your foot on the floor, that's fine too. So most important, we're breathing. This straight leg, keeping that hip nice and strong, engaging the muscles around the hip. If you fall out, you can always come back in. Let's take 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then coming out nice and graceful. All right, beautiful. Shake that leg out. Both if you want. All right, root that second foot down. Heel above the ankle. Check in with this hip. We're not popping out to the side, nice and strong. Hands at the heart, and then we're going to grow our branches. And again, you can have your hands in the same place or somewhere else. I like Y sometimes. Cactus arms. Straight out. Straight up. Bring your foot up higher if you feel like that's part of your practice today. Or keep it on the floor. And let's take another breath or so. And then coming out nice and graceful. Excellent. All right, check that leg out for both, whichever you like. All right, let's do our moving balance next. So we'll do our palm tree pose, and you have options with this. You can do parts of it or all of it, however you like. So it's arms up on the toes. You can break it down like that, or you can do it all at once, however you like. All right, so this is the inhale, arms coming up. Exhale down. Finding a spot where nothing else is moving can help. Inhale, coming up. Exhale down. If you want to make it more difficult, you can come up into the pose and then take another breath. Or just going at your own pace. Excellent, and maybe one or two more. Beautiful, excellent, all right, shake it out. All right, next we're gonna do our Karate Kid, flying crane, whatever you call it. Let's do crossbody today. So we'll start with the arms out, and we're going to lift one knee and touch it with the opposite hand. And then back to knee, sunk. And just go ahead and go at your own pace, nice and slow. Oh, I started speeding up. All right, if you want to make it more difficult, lift the hand and the opposite arm. So right knee up, left arm up. Left knee up, right arm up. I know this is hard when you're dyslexic. This is why I can never do aerobics. Because I'd finally get it and then be on to the next one. All right, so finish off evenly. Beautiful, all right. Let's come back to a mountain pose with the option of doing a tree pose if you want. Or, we'll do our mountain pose and then we'll do a tree pose. Okay, so mountain pose. Come back to the breath. Notice, is it going too fast or not fast enough? Are we doing all the breathing up in the chest? Are we doing it all in the belly? And then when you're ready, if you want, you can stay in your mountain pose or come back to your tree pose again. So this time with the tree pose, since we did that opposite, let's do something along the lines of opposite. So I'm on my right foot. My left knee is bent. Do something like that, or if that's not working, something else. I'm switching arms. Ooh, that's fun. Finding your center of balance moving. Excellent. All right, coming out. Shake it out. All right, let's try that on the other side. So that was my right leg. My left arm's going to do my right arm. So I don't know if you can feel the weight changing where it is in your foot. That's okay if you can't. That's something to maybe notice it's somewhere else maybe. Awesome. All right. And then coming out nice and gracefully, shake it out, arms and legs. All right, let's see. We are going to do Warrior 2 next. All right, so 2 blocks, so let's skip the lunge. We'll do Warrior 2 and then we'll do a lunge separately. All right, so pick a foot. That foot's in front, the other foot is in the back. 90 degrees-ish, hands at the heart, arms open to the side. That front knee is over that front ankle. And then take a couple breaths here. Feel the extension, fingers moving away from each other. And then when you're ready, we're going to go forward for side angle pose. Bend that front elbow. This upper arm can be on the hip, and then send that shoulder back, or it can be up overhead, or bicep over the ear. Take another breath here. And then we're going to windmill around to Peaceful Warrior. The front arm comes up towards the ceiling. Check back in with that front knee. If it came out of bending, bend it back. And then let's do side angle pose again. Front forearm onto that front thigh. Upper arm wherever it wants to be. Take another breath here. And then when you're ready, windmill around to Peaceful Warrior. Check back in with that front knee. Take one more breath here. And then one more time through side angle pose. And then we're going to windmill around to Peaceful Warrior. Check in with that front knee again. And then let's finish up with Warrior 2. Drop the arms and step the feet back together. Excellent. Shake them out. And then let's do the other side. All right. Hands at the heart, arms open to the side. Bend that front knee over that front ankle. Take a couple breaths here. Gazes over those front fingers. Take a breath or so. And then when you're ready, bend that front elbow. Forearm to that front leg. Upper arm on that hip. Straight up towards the ceiling or overhead. And that's where discernment comes in. What feels where you want it to feel. So maybe you want more of a workload. Maybe that shoulder is saying no thanks. All right, on your next inhale, Peaceful Warrior. Check back in with that front knee. Gaze can be at the floor, at the horizon, or up towards that thumb. And then when you're ready, side angle pose. Again, this upper arm can be over the ear, towards the ceiling, or on that hip. And back to Peaceful Warrior. Check in with that front knee again. Excellent. And one more time through. Side angle pose. And last, Peaceful Warrior. Beautiful. We'll finish off with our Warrior 2. Extend it out through the fingers. Take a breath or so. And then we'll drop the arms and step the feet back together. Shake out the legs. All right, so now we're going to do our high lunge with however you want to do the arms. So we did the hands to heart, cactus arms, or arms straight up. So you can pick one of those to do with your high lunge. So the easiest way to get into it is to step forward. If you want to make it harder, lift that leg up and step back. We're going to do that. All right, so 1 foot forward. Back foot, you can be up on the toes if you have your balance for it. If not, I'm going to pivot that foot so the heel's on the floor. So depending on foot strength, balance, your choice. And then we're going to pick the hands. You can do hands to heart. Your cactus arms, you can do arms straight up. Or maybe a little Y, whichever you like. I'm going to do cactus arms. Something different. All right, check in with that front foot, nice and sturdy. Take a couple breaths. So if this feels like this is super easy, and you're just like, what are we doing here? Your feet might be too close together. You can step it back further and make more work. If it's too much, bring the feet in closer so you're not being all wobbly. All right, we'll take one more breath here. And then step forward and drop the arms. Awesome. All right, let's do the other side. So you can step forward with the other foot or step back with that first foot. And then you can pick what you want to do with the arms. You can do the same thing that you did the first time. Or you can pick something else. And again, if you're too wobbly up on the toes, set that back heel down. If your feet aren't where you like them, you can move them apart. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. And notice where you're feeling this. So do you have tight quads? And that's a little, you can feel that. Tight hip flexor, guilty. Maybe your calves are tight, and that's really not comfortable on your back toe. All right, let's take one more breath. And then we'll step the feet together and drop the arms. All right, shake it out. And let's see, half sun salutation. So this is fabulous for that tight hamstrings. So usually people have one or the other, tight quads or tight hamstrings, but we're going to go to loosen up the hamstrings a little bit here. We'll start with the hands at the heart. We're going to inhale, hands down, arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side. Fold forward, we're hinging at the hip joint. Bend the knees. On your next inhale, hands come to the front of the legs. We're going to lift halfway up. Extend the head forward, tailbone back. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Arms out to the side. Inhale, push in with the feet, coming all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. Again, inhale, arms down, arms up. And then on the exhale, arms out to the side, hinge at that hip joint, forward fold. Coming down just as far as is comfortable. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to the front of the thighs. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Arms come out, push in with the feet. Inhale. Bring it all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands straight. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel that extension. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Arms come out. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Excellent. All right. So we're going to do chair pose, but before we do that, we're going to do, so we just did that half sun salutation. We're going to do a little more stretching with the hamstrings. So if this is too much, you can stay in a mountain pose or just do half sun salutations again. So we're going to do forward fold and squats back and forth. All right, so let's do arms up. So we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back, bring the arms up, but come down to your squat. Wherever it is, inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend down for your squat. Exhale, come back up. Fold forward. Bend down for your squat. Inhale, come back up. And one more, fold forward. Come down for your squat. And then inhale all the way up. Palms together. Hands down. All right, that was fun, right? Nobody's crying, so we're okay. All right, let's do our chair pose next. All right, so feet can be hip-width distance apart. We're going to inhale, point the arms towards the opposite corner of the ceiling, where the ceiling meets the wall. And then on your exhale, we're going to bend. You can bring the arms out to cactus arms or do hands at the heart. And then we're going to fold forward to release. And then on your next inhale, come back to your chair pose, maybe a little lower if you want. And then exhale, fold forward. Last one, nice and deep if you want. Exhale, fold forward. Arms out to the side. Inhale, all the way up. Hands together. Hands together. All right, let's do eagle pose, and then we will come down to hands and knees. All right, so arms out. And bring the right arm under the left. Option 1. Option 2 is hugging the shoulders if that's uncomfortable, or elephant arms. All right, we're going to bend the knees and cross the right leg over the left. And let's take 3 breaths here. So we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more. Inhale. Exhale down. Unwind and uncross. Excellent. All right, other side. Arms out to the side. Left arm comes under the right. Or hug the shoulders. Bend the knees, and then we're going to cross the left leg over the right. 3 breaths here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale down. Unwind and uncross. Excellent. All right, shake it out. Before we go down, let's open up the wrists a little bit. So feet are nice and wide. Arms straight out. Tuck the thumb. Wrap the fingers. And make circles around the wrists. One direction and then the other. Excellent. Getting into the elbows and the shoulders. Very nice. And then release that. We're going to bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, and make figure eights. Excellent. And then we're going to pull the hands apart and switch which fingers on top. Excellent. And shake it out. All right. We'll do the feet at the end when we're sitting. All right. So come down to hands and knees. If you need a blanket or towel under your knees, go ahead and grab that. All right. So we're going to start with our cat and cow. And we're going to exhale cat. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. After you've done a few of those, if you want, well, actually not, we're going to do this. We're going to go exhale cat, inhale cat, and then exhale cat down to child's pose. And you are welcome to stay in your child's pose at any point. Inhale back up to cow, exhale cat down to child's pose. And then on your next time through, we're going to stay in child's pose. Bring the knees out wider, toes touching, forehead can come to the floor, or if you prefer puppy pose, if that's more comfortable, you can come into puppy pose. Take one or two more breaths here. And then let's come back up to our neutral table. And we're going to do that same thing we did with the crossbody. So we're going to do this moving. Usually I do it static, but we're going to go right arm forward, left leg back, and then switch sides. So if you want to make this more difficult, bring the elbow and the knee together and then bring it out. If that's too much, then just do extending out. I know nobody requested core, but that's what this is nice for. All right, one more time each side or finish off evenly. All right, let's see. Let's do our laterals here. So that is opening up the side body. You take the right hand, cross over the left, and turn and look at that left foot. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, left hand crosses over the right, turn and look at that right foot. Inhale, back. Let's do two more times each side. Right over left, turn and look. Inhale, center, left over right, turn and look to that right foot. Inhale, center, and one more time each side. Right over left, back to center, and left over right, and back to center. All right, we're going to come up and do our gate pose. So let's start with the low gate. We're going to bring that right foot out to the side. Left hand stays where it is. We're going to inhale that right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, right hand up. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale down. Tuck that right knee under, send that left foot out. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale down. Again, inhale, left hand up. Exhale down. And last time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. All right. We're going to tuck the left knee under, and then we're going to come up to a high kneel. And we're going to do gate pose in this position. All right. So back to that left foot out. That left hand can stay on that left hip or come down that left leg. You're going to inhale the right arm up, and then exhale, bring that right hand towards that left foot. Inhale back to vertical. Exhale over. Inhale up, and last time, exhale over. Inhale up. Release that right arm. Tuck that left knee under. Send that right foot out. Right hand can be on that right hip or down that right leg. We're going to inhale this left arm up. Exhale, left hand towards that right foot. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. Inhale, center. Excellent. And then release that left arm down. Tuck that right knee under, and then we're going to come back down to the hands. And a couple of cat and cow, at least 3. And then you can come into child's pose at any time. Want to get that spine back to symmetrical. Excellent. And then on your last one, we're going to come down. Take a couple breaths in child's pose. Or puppy, if that's better. Excellent. And then let's come up to seated. We're going to come up and sit over. All right, let's start with, we're going to do our cat and cow. And here's another point for discernment is how does it feel hands and knees versus seated? So when the spine is stacked versus when it is parallel to the earth. All right, so we're going to start with our exhale back to cat. Inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Excellent. Back to neutral. And then to my favorite, our laterals. All right, one hand on the floor. We're going to inhale this one arm up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. And exhale. And how does this feel, standing versus seated? Pushing in the foot or the hand on the floor keeps that opposite knee from popping up, in theory anyway. Excellent. All right, back to neutral. And then let's do a seated twist. We'll skip the, we'll do the open and closed instead of the seated one. All right, so we're gonna bring both legs out in front. Extend that right leg straight out. Left knee is bent, left foot on the floor. We're gonna inhale this right arm up. On the exhale, it can come in front or behind. Left hand comes behind the spine, push into the earth, inhale, lift. On the exhale, turn and look towards that back wall. Keeping this right leg engaged, toes point up towards the ceiling. On your next exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine. On your next inhale, extend the spine towards the ceiling. And then unwind. And then we're going to do the open twist. Right arm over that right leg. Left hand can hold on to that left knee. So we've got opposing forces here. Gaze follows that thumb. We're going to inhale as we open towards that back wall. Going just as far as is comfortable. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, belly button to the spine. And then when you're ready, bring that back. And then we'll switch legs. Left arm over that left leg. We're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, around in front or behind. Right hand behind the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn look towards that back wall. Keep that left leg engaged. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, belly button in. And then when you're ready, release back to center. And then open twist. Left leg, left arm over that left leg. Gaze follows the thumb. Inhale as we open up. And then bring it back in. We'll bend both knees, both feet into the mat. Wrap the arms around the knees. Drop the chin and rock side to side. Excellent. And then we are going to come down onto our backs. All right. Hands on the knees, rolling back onto the flat of the back. If you want to bring the forehead and the knees towards each other. And then release the head down to the floor. Let's do a couple of apanasanas here. Knees are bent. Knees can be away from each other. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, knees out. Excellent. All right. Next, we're going to bring the feet down to the mat and then extend both legs all the way out. We're going to inhale, arms up overhead. Nice good morning stretch, fingers away from the torso, heels away from the torso. Feel that length in the whole torso. And then on your next exhale, bring the arms back down by your sides. We're going to bend the left leg, left knee, and set that left foot right next to the right leg. And then that left knee comes down towards the left side of the floor. So that's our tree legs. And then your option with the arms. So you can bring them straight up overhead to the floor above you. You can bring them out to the side in a T. You do one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, whatever your supine tree looks like this morning. All right, so extend the heel of that right leg. And just take a couple of breaths here. So we want to use the strength of the earth, that gravity is rooting us into the earth. Feeling this amazing tree. So when we stand and do our tree, just one foot is supported by the earth. Right now, our whole back body is supported by the earth. Feeling grounded, connected, and most important, relaxed. Take one more breath here. And if you want, you could even use your hand, but we're going to bring that bent knee up to center and then extend that left leg straight out. Bend that right knee, bring that right foot in. And then we're going to bring that right knee out towards the right side of the floor. And if one of your knees doesn't make it all the way to the floor, that's okay. If you have a blanket or a towel, you can prop it under, so that'll take some of that strain off of the hip flexor going out to the side. And then again, wherever your arms want to be, you could do the pointer fingers up, do hands to the heart and belly, arms out in a T. But let's make sure we are extending that heel of the left foot. And again, feeling that whole surface of the back body rooted and grounded into the earth. That calming, relaxing, breathing. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that right knee back up to center and extend that right leg all the way out. We'll do one big good morning stretch. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Extend the fingers away from the torso, heels away from the torso. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the knees back up into the chest. You can do it one step at a time. Bend the knees. And then bring it in. And then a couple of Apanasanas. And then just for fun, because they are fun, we're going to exhale, knees in, inhale, feet up towards the ceiling, arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Inhale, open, that's our L shape. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, place. And one more for good luck. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Couple more Apanasanas. Finish us off. Finding that spine back to symmetrical. And then when you're ready, set the feet down on the mat. Extend both legs all the way straight out. Oh, we were going to do a twist here. All right, sorry. Bring the feet back to the mat. Bend the knees. And let's just do windshield wipers here. So arms can be out in a T or wherever they're comfortable. And we're going to just windshield wiper the knees one side and to the other. So probably the gentlest of our twists. Again, going just as far as is comfortable. And go just a couple inches to each side. Don't have to go all the way over to the floor. And then one last Papanasana for 3. Bring the feet down to the mat. We'll finish with our palm tree pose. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. Inhale. And exhale. If that's too much for your shoulders, you can always do snow angel arms. Since we're not getting snow, we're just getting sleep maybe. And 1 or 2 more to finish off. And then we're going to release the legs and the feet away from each other. Allow the arms to come away from the body, palms up or palms down. And if you have a chair handy and you want to bring your legs up on your chair, you're welcome to do that. Or if it's uncomfortable to be on your back, bend your knees, feet into the mat. And then the feet can be wide, and then you drop your knees towards the center. That'll maybe feel a little better. And getting any last little wiggles out. So whatever comfortable position you want to be in, that is awesome. And then I'm going to sit up so you can hear me better. And however you need to get to that place, get in for our relaxation pose. So we're going to go from the bottom up to the top, relaxing each part as we go, starting with the feet. Relax the toes. Relax the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the heels. Release and make space in the ankles. Relax the calves and shins. Release the knees and the space behind the knees. Relax the tops of the thighs and the backs of the thighs. Let the pelvis be heavy and sink into the earth. Relaxing and make space in those hip joints. Relax the abdomen. Relax the whole spinal cord column from the tailbone all the way up into the base of the skull. Relax the rib cage and let go of breath. Let the shoulders be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Release the wrists. Relax the hands, fingers, and palms. Relax the throat and the back of the neck. Release the jaw. Let the tongue be heavy and fall away from the roof of the mouth. Soften the forehead and face. Let any last thoughts seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe you. Take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. If you'd like, you can roll your head side to side. When you're ready. And with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. When you're ready. And again with an inhale, using your upper arm to push up to a comfortable seated position. And to bring breath back into the body and find us safely on our way. Let's finish with sun breath number 1. All right. Hands start on the lap. Inhale, hands float up. Exhale, hands float down. 3 times. We're ready. Here we go. Inhale, hands float up. Exhale, hands float down. Again, inhale, hands float up. Exhale, hands float down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the hands together, front the heart, and namaste. Thanks, gang. All right, so next week is March, right? March 1st on Monday or on Wednesday? Okay, so polls next week then? Hooray!
So that's just for the Polish people next week?
Yes. Yoga polls.
Very good.